Live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, welcome to Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Hey Coach is presented by Alfa Insurance. You do your thing. We've got you covered. Hey Coach is also brought to you by Everwood, the official treated lumber of Alabama athletics. Ford, get the job done right in a Ford F-150, the smartest F-150 ever. Raise your game and visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Toyota, visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy, and buy. McMurray Van, rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. We offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit us today for a hassle-free rental experience. Now, live from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa, this is Hey Coach.
Welcome, everybody, to Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. I'm Chris Stewart. Glad to have you with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grille. It's the official watch party location of the Crimson Tide, and a busy show lined up for us tonight. We'll tell you about in just a moment. Do want to remind you first, though, Tide fans, be sure to listen to Crimson Drive. It's Thursday afternoons on all CTSN social media outlets. Crimson Drive live each Thursday at 2 o'clock. So join us for the latest there on Alabama athletics. Tonight, busy show. As always, we're going to talk men's basketball in the final half hour. Coach Nate Oats joining us live here at Baumhower's Victory Grille, and also a young man who's coming off a career-best ball game. It's not a lengthy career at this level. He's only a freshman, but he was one of the top high school players in America, a McDonald's All-American, and having a great start to the week. And looking forward to more of what we got Saturday in the victory against Georgia from Aiden Sherrill. The Bama big man will be joining us live here tonight as well. Early in our program, though, we're going to talk gymnastics with the head coach of the Crimson Tide, former Bama great herself, now the head coach of the Crimson Tide, Ashley Johnston, as Alabama will be hosting LSU this weekend. Another big matchup, the reigning national champions coming to Tuscaloosa to take on the Crimson Tide, and another matchup of nationally ranked teams. And in addition to Coach Johnston, one of her great student athletes, Chloe LaCourcier, will be with us to talk about the Crimson Tide as well. Hey, fans, if you're coming to an upcoming men's or women's basketball game or the gymnastics meet this weekend at Coleman Coliseum, be sure to stop by any merchandise stand to purchase your limited edition Yeti tumbler. Our newest Crimson Tide-themed Yetis are only available at Coleman Coliseum during home events while supplies last. Yeti, a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. One more way you can keep up with everything Alabama is with that Crimson Tide mobile app presented by Cadence Bank. It's available at the App Store and at Google Play. Download the Alabama Crimson Tide mobile app right now for free. When we come back, Coach Ashley Johnston joining us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Your moment has arrived. It's time to shed the normal day-to-day version of yourself and let your most fabulous self loose. Make your way to Wind Creek Wetumpka, because whatever your idea of fabulous is, this is where you'll find it. Wind Creek Wetumpka. It's your kind of fabulous. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Nobody beats me, Mark Sears, on the court, and nobody beats Cook's Pest Control when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests and termites. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right. Guaranteed. Call Cooks today for your free quote or to schedule a free on-site inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
CB&S Bank has a long history of stability and a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. You could say we know a thing or two about tradition. We've been family, community, and financially strong since we began in 1906. Being a team player is part of our culture. That's why at CB&S Bank, we're proud to sponsor the University of Alabama Athletics and prouder to take the field or court with you. Visit cbsbank.com today. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When the game is on the line, you want someone you can count on. At Alabama Power, we believe in consistency and having each other's back. It's our game plan to safely deliver the electricity you depend on. We give 100% to achieve 99.9% reliability. Learn how we power a better Alabama at alabamapower.com/reliable. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Hey parents and kids, AEA has unveiled a new contest at your school that lets you count your way to the Iron Bowl of basketball. AEA wants to help K-6 students be academic champions just like the Alabama Crimson Tide. Students who participate in the Be a Champion and Count Challenge could win tickets to the February 15th Alabama vs. Auburn basketball game at Coleman Coliseum. Ask your teacher about contest rules, encourage your child to be an AEA math champion, and win a trip to the Iron Bowl of basketball.
Hey there, Bob Baumhower again. Baumhower's Victory Grille is extremely proud to have recently received numerous awards, including being voted Best Wings in the state of Alabama. Other awards received include Best All-Around Restaurant, Best American Restaurant, #1 Sports Bar, Best Chef, Best Wings, and Best Dining Experience. Thank you for 43 legendary years, and we look forward to providing you an award-winning dining experience at every visit. Baumhower's Victory Grille. Legendary fun, legendary food.
This segment of Hey Coach is presented by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasty. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Well, you try and decide. Welcome back, everybody. Baumhower's Victory Grille. I'm Chris Stewart, joined now by the head coach of the Alabama Gymnastics team, Coach Ashley Johnston. Good to see you. As always, appreciate the time.
Good to see you. Thanks. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you with us. And happy to talk about another big home meet. I want to push this over and over and over again. You've got LSU coming up on Friday. Looking forward to a great crowd at Coleman Coliseum as the reigning national champions do come in. Not defending that. It's used to always have that conversation there. That's still theirs, regardless of how this season goes. So reigning champions for the moment. But it is a different thing, even though Alabama is still historically one of the best ever, and you're still one of the best in the country now. You're still a nationally ranked program. But it's kind of a new thing for Alabama Gymnastics to be an underdog. And you, especially against LSU, which historically has not been great. But that's the reality of it this year as the reigning champs come to town.
Yeah, I love that you said, they're the reigning champs, but not necessarily the defending ones, And I think every year is a clean slate. Every year you have the opportunity to kind of turn the page, be 0-0, and start strong. And, we've been navigating a few different ups and downs and some adversity, and I'm really proud of how this team has just kind of looked at it in the face and been like, okay, here we are. Yeah. What are you going to do about it? And so I actually love a good underdog mentality. I love being the one that is able to circle somebody else and say, we're coming for you. And anything can happen in our sport. And while we hate losing a meet, at the same time, it's all about how you progress. It's all about how you build. It's all about how you keep getting better. 1-2 losses don't actually determine the season. You can actually be national championships and take quite a few losses along the way. And we don't want to do that, but it's all about how you take a hard situation, how you take some adversity, look at it straight in the face and say, all right, this is how we get better. This is how we grow. And this is a team that isn't afraid of the hard work. They're not afraid of being gritty. And so they've learned a ton in just a couple of weeks. I think they started this season as somewhat of an inexperienced team, yet week by week, they're learning a lot, and I can tell you that. And so I'm excited about how they continue to drive forward.
You talk about the drive, the fact they haven't given up. Tell me exactly what it is that you have enjoyed most about this group, and what excites you the most going into the back half of competition?
Yeah, I think what I'm most excited about with this group is that we can coach them really hard. And I think that's a rare thing to find in this kind of era that we're in college athletics. This is a group that doesn't shy away from doing the work. They're not afraid to kind of get their hands dirty, so to say. And that's everything. You know, if this was a group that faced adversity and then they were unwilling to put in the long hours, the extra turns, the details, the polish, if they weren't willing to do that, I would say, well, this is going to be tough. And but because we have a group that perseveres, is determined, is committed, and can just acknowledge reality, right? We didn't exactly want to find ourselves in this spot right now, but how we respond is everything, and how you take control and kind of own the things that didn't go right allows you to break free to becoming who you want to be.
What is it that you have to eliminate in order to be where you want to be?
You know, we're a few routine tweaks on every event from being a top team in the country. And that's really what it comes down to. You know, as I look at each event, so far, the last 4 weeks, we've had 1 or 2 uncharacteristic performances on each event. And part of that has been we've had some sicknesses, a few injuries pop up, and we've had some replacement athletes step in that I think we're surprised a little bit at what this game is actually like. And so we talk all the time about you compete your average. And so if you want your performance to be better, then you've got to up your average in the gym. So you either have to do more turns, you have to do more quality turns, you have to stick more often, whatever. You got to put yourself in pressure situations more, acknowledge what your mental game is. And so all 6 athletes that will compete on each event have done a real deep dive this last week to look at how do I get just a half-tenth better in my average? And if I want that to show up on a Friday night, then that has to happen 80-90% of the time for that to become your habit, your natural just autopilot default system.
Alabama Gymnastics this Friday at home against LSU. We'll talk more about that with Coach Ashley Johnson, and also welcome one of her gymnasts, Chloe LaCourcier, joining us in just a moment. We're at Baumhower's Victory Grill, and if you love Baumhower's chili, well, you're in luck. Baumhower's Victory Grill, got applause for the chili. It's now serving here at Baumhower special dishes served with their signature BB's homemade chili, including chili cheese nachos, a char-grilled chili cheese potato stack, and loaded chili cheese fries. Baumhower's legendary fun, legendary food. We're back with more in a moment here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Domino's delivers game day across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned in Tuscaloosa for 30-plus years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama basketball and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Just visit RollDomino's.com. Thanks for your business and Roll Tide.
Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhower's Victory Grill in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Barkley makes it easy.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Barkley makes it easy.
Hey, Bama fans. Tuscaloosa Drug Company is a proud supporter of Crimson Tide Athletics. We've been serving our community and the University Athletic Department for over a decade. There are 3 locations in the Tuscaloosa and Northport area to serve you. We understand the importance of prompt and efficient service. That's why we strive to provide service that you can rely on, where we know you by name. The next time you have a medication need, call who the Tide calls, Tuscaloosa Drug.
See the call as we make the call. Watch the Courtside Cam presented by NASCAR for each Alabama home basketball game. Streaming live on all CTSN social media platforms, you can get a front row seat to every big play and every reaction from the Alabama radio crew for men's and women's basketball. Watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X at UA_CTSN.
Wide open 9, left corner 3. Switch!
Looking to make a statement? Fast Signs of Tuscaloosa is where you can make your statement with our incredible range of signs and graphics. You can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement with Fast Signs. Stop in today or visit fastsigns.com. A proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Let's create something amazing together.
Coach Nate Oats joining us in a little while. We'll be taking your calls on the McMurray Van and Car Rental Hotline at 877-202-BAMA. Rent local with McMurray Van and Car Rental. They offer the perfect vehicle for any need. Proudly serving Alabama. Visit today for a hassle-free rental experience at McMurray Van and Car Rental. I'm Chris Stewart. Coach Ashley Johnson from Alabama Gymnastics joining us along with talented gymnast Chloe LaCourcier. Chloe, good to have you with us again. Always
excited to be here.
Great to have you join us. We're talking a little bit earlier with Coach about things going on with the squad and trying to get better. And Coach was telling us during the break she loves your story in that you kind of symbolize what the team's about. You're used to perfection. Everybody still wants it. But talk about the approach to get where you want to be now and maybe how that's changed as you've gotten and become a collegiate gymnast.
I mean, we're always striving for perfection in the sport, but then you can't really always reach that. And
Right.
you can beat yourself up over that constantly, but then you stop growing. So I kind of had to step into this mindset, one of our pillars of growth, and change my perspective of that. Like, can I live with the fear that I might not be perfect? And ultimately, that's a lot easier than living with the regret. So I've just been kind of on continually striving for this progress, not perfection, because that's allowed me to grow and actually get closer to perfection than I had been in the past.
Sure.
So it was really cool. After last season, Chloe comes into our offices and is like, okay, I just want to outline what my year is going to look like. And I want to set myself up to do da-da-da-da-da and like a million miles an hour. And so she brought this amazing picture of a rocket ship. And if you don't mind, I think you should speak into what your rocket ship is all about, because that's been really profound for you and for this team too.
Yeah, I mean, last year I kind of looked at it as a road trip, and it was like my car ride. And I was like, but I want to do things that not everyone can do. So I was like, I want to go into outer space. I want to fly. And I'm a really visual person too, so that's kind of where all these visuals come from. And so I drew a rocket ship one day. And then I was like, oh, but then the stars can represent like the goals, but then the planets can represent like the outcomes. And then on the plane and the fire and the fuel, that's my teammates, that's my family, that's what allows me to keep going. The top of it has like my like words and stuff like that. And so like the stars are the things in my control because you will pass those often. But the planets, the ones you won't see as often, are the outcomes that I can't necessarily guarantee. Right. And so it's just a combination of it. I wish I could show it because it's so colorful too.
Tough on radio.
It is.
Tough to get that across.
But it's colorful and it has an elephant driving it because we're the elephants, obviously.
Of course, you got to have Big Al at the wheel. Coach, from all sports, there's a mental aspect. Focus has got to be there, regardless of what you're trying to get accomplished. But I've got to think that it is as much a key in gymnastics as any other sport.
Yeah, I mean, the mental game is everything in gymnastics. I mean, you look at every single time, somebody's up on an event, it's like the game-winning shot. It's, 12,000 people all watching one person. And you've been training your whole life for that. You've been doing rep after rep after rep after rep successfully, but nothing really prepares you for a moment where you're walking a 4-inch balance beam where 12,000 people plus the world that's watching on TV are all tuning in. And you've got to be able to ignore all that and just have a laser tunnel vision of what you want to accomplish in that moment. And so it takes an extensive amount of awareness and work to build the skill set to be able to capitalize on moments like that and And I will say with full confidence, I mean, Chloe is somebody that has dug into that work. Like, she has figured out a way to be a mental giant that's been important to her, and you continue to see that play out right now.
All right, Chloe, 8 o'clock Friday night, LSU. Had a great crowd in your last meet, almost 10,000, but want to see a packed house, I know. From a student-athlete standpoint, tell us what that difference brings to look up and see every seat filled.
The difference is everything, because it's just like the opportunity to build off that energy. And lately what I've been doing on floor, I was like, if the students can stand for a football game and a basketball game, why can't they stand for gymnastics?
That's right.
So I walked over to the student section and I said, get off your butt and stand on your feet for these floor routines. And so I had them stand. And so last meet they stood every floor routine, and we're going to have that happen again, but hopefully the whole crowd is going to be filled, standing up, and you can just build off that energy.
I got a feeling she could be intimidating. I know that she may not physically be that intimidating, but when she gives the look, they knew they better stand up.
I eyed a student down. But it's also, we talk about this idea that you have to be a leader, but it's so important to be like the first follower too. So you get those fierce roos standing up, everyone's going to want to join. So it's not about getting those back people up, it's about getting those front people up. Gotcha. And then the movement will happen.
8 o'clock Friday night, it's LSU, it's Alabama, it's Coleman Coliseum, the Tide and the Tigers meeting in gymnastics. Coach Ashley Johnston, Chloe LaCourcier, we wish you the best of luck. Always appreciate your time. Great to see you both, and look forward to beating the Tigers on Friday night. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Roll Tide.
Appreciate you both. When we come back, we'll check out our Everwood Performance of the Week. Stay with us. We got more coming up here on Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime, but the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for T-Town. The University of Alabama Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet and a big roll tide, whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on confidently showing your Tide pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoBama. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
I'm Coach Nate Oats, and this is the Ford F-Series Highlight Show. Talk about an outstanding lineup. Ford F-150 and Ford Super Duty deliver impressive power and game-changing capability. That's why I'm a fan of Ford F-Series, America's best-selling truck for 47 consecutive years. For the latest offers on a Ford truck, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY industry reported total sales.
Being a Chevron car these days has been quite the adventure. Miami to Seattle, ocean to ocean. I've stopped at so many states and collected so many bumper stickers. Sometimes I feel like a moving passport book. It's just so great what I can do with Chevron with Techron, because it gives me unbeatable mileage and keeps my engine clean. Plus, there are so many Chevrons along the way. Now the only thing I'm worried about is where to go next and where to put all my new bumper stickers. Chevron with Techron, fueled by possibility.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
When it comes to land care, you need equipment that's a slam dunk every time. At Tri-Green Equipment, we provide the tried and true support you need for your John Deere gear. Just like the Alabama Crimson Tide, we're always ready to assist you in making those game-winning plays. Visit us today and experience the unbeatable support that keeps you in the game. Tri-Green Equipment, proud sponsor of Crimson Tide basketball.
The Everwood Performance of the Week goes to the number 3 ranked now Alabama men's basketball team, who extended its winning streak to 5 straight with a convincing 90-69 win over Georgia in front of a sold-out crowd at Coleman Coliseum Saturday afternoon. Mark Sears, his 13th game of 20 or more points this season. He led the Tide with 20 to go with 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Grant Nelson with his 6th double-double in the win as he went for 16 points, 10 rebounds, and a career best 5 block shots as well. Aiden Holloway, Chris Youngblood scored in double figures, as did the gentleman who will join us next on the show. It's Aiden Sherrill. That is all part of your Everwood Performance of the Week. Everwood, wood treated right. We're coming back. Aiden Sherrill joining us, and then it's Coach Nate Oats. Stay with us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill for Hey Coach on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The Alabama Insider Podcast is the official podcast of Crimson Tide Athletics. Catch full episodes of Hey Coach and the Kalen DeBoer Show, Crimson Tide Rewind, Crimson Tide Today Daily Reports, plus full interviews from Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR. Download and subscribe to the Alabama Insider Podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and all podcast platforms. Roll Tide with the Alabama Insider Podcast. You can find all Crimson Tide Sports Network video content online on the CTSN YouTube page. It's the home of the live courtside cam, episodes of Crimson Drive driven by NASCAR, plus Hey Coach. Our YouTube shorts will deliver thrilling Alabama radio highlights, plus interview clips from Alabama student athletes and coaches that you can't miss. Subscribe to the Crimson Tide Sports Network on YouTube for the very latest on the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide fans, this season don't lose out on your home comfort. Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics and has been delivering the highest standards in home comfort across Birmingham for over 60 years. If you're looking for a great team and elite service from a quality company that cares, you can't miss with Brown in Birmingham. Score big this year with Brown Cooling, Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. Visit brownheatingandcooling.com/specials to save on your next service. Roll Tide!
DCH has a new dedicated unit especially for children. At DCH, we recognize how the entire family is affected when a child is sick, injured, or living with a chronic medical condition. Our board-certified pediatricians specialize in providing our youngest patients, from birth through adolescence, the best care appropriate to their developmental level, physically, emotionally, and psychologically. DCH Pediatrics, making a big difference in little lives.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
Tired of being just another patient at your chain pharmacy? Make the switch to Payless Drugs. With 5 convenient locations in Bessemer, Birmingham, Fairfield, Morris, and Springville, our knowledgeable team can provide personalized medication reviews and supplement recommendations, deliver medications to your door, and more. Visit mypaylessdrugs.com to transfer today. We're just what the doctor ordered.
Reed giving it off to Diabate, now to Sears, who steps through. Back out to Aiden. He'll drive and dish. Sherrill, corner 3, by Aiden to Aiden, and he got the bucket off of it. LeBaron will bring it front court, plays off the screen from Sherrill, who's left alone. Tries another 3, hits another 3. The big fella getting it done early for the Crimson Tide. Got it done early, got a little done in the middle, got it done in the second half as well. He finished with a career-high 12 in the victory over Georgia. And Aiden Sherrill from prolific prep, a Detroit, Michigan native, joins us here on stage at Baumhower's Victory Grill as we continue with Hey Coach Chris Stewart with the Bama big man. Look, I'll be honest, when we're thinking three-point shooters on the team, You ain't the first name that comes to mind, all right? But that's not new for you. I think they track, and you shot like what, more than 40% from three in practice and scrimmages before the season?
Yep, yes, sir. Yep. I've been able to shoot for a long time, so it's nothing really new.
You also play with your back to basket a little bit. You're going to get more threes than you are back to the basket opportunities in this offense, though. Yeah. Was that part of what drew you to Tuscaloosa?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. It was the play style. We shoot a lot of threes. We run and gun. We play fast offense. It's like NBA offense, and that's where I want to be at the end of the day in the NBA. And definitely, like the fit was a big part of why I came here.
I know it had to feel good to see that first one go through the net.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess it felt better to see the second one go through the net because that meant you could shoot a third one.
Yeah.
That helps. Because if you miss one and then you don't make the second, you're not in their offense, but it'll be a little different. Mm-hmm. But you make the first two, that third one's going up.
Yeah. It felt great hitting that second one, man. Shoot, I've been struggling a little bit throughout the season, but hitting those two, it felt great.
Then you get to the free throw line, which you had some success with, but also on the board. So you finished, I think, with 6-7 rebounds in that particular game. Just the playing time period and contributing in key minutes had to be special for you.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was a game where, Cliff, he got in foul trouble early, and they needed us because it was a team that, played heavy in the post, and being able to come in and affect the game in a positive way, it felt great.
Everybody goes in thinking they're going to get playing time. And you're going to get playing time if you're playing hard in Nate Oats' system.
Yeah.
But a guy such as yourself, Darion Reed, McDonald's All-Americans, usually you go somewhere where you almost know you're going to be able to play day one. What is it inside you that gave you the confidence in yourself to go to a roster like this knowing, hey, I'm going to have to play really well to get my minutes? It's not a guarantee that I'm there.
Yeah, it's definitely like the chip on my shoulder for sure. Me and Coach Oats talked when I committed here. He's saying you're going to have to earn your way, and I love that. I love that he told me that. It shows a lot of honesty. It shows his character for sure. And why not work for things for sure? We have a great team. It's every day in practice is going to just get me better, and that's what I came here for, to get better and achieve my goals.
At the same time, does it take a little pressure off knowing that, okay, they're not throwing me into a situation that I may not be ready for? I do have a chance to come and learn from some great players. I want to play, but I also know that there's a learning curve, and I'm going to be given that, as most young players would get in your situation.
That was one of the big pieces. Learning from experience and learning by watching others, and being able to be a sponge and obtain everything by learning and watching. It can make you excel.
What's your favorite part about the system and really playing for Coach Oats specifically?
I want to say the speed for sure. When I first got to practice, our first practice, man, it was crazy.
Different.
Yeah, it was super different. I didn't know we was going to be running that fast, running that hard so much in practice. But I would definitely say the speed, because getting up and down fast, that can, it's just like a flow. It's like a flow.
You guys really enjoy playing together, don't you, this group of players? Tell me about the chemistry you've been able to build, because a year ago, about 75% of you weren't even on the roster, didn't even know each other.
Yeah. Our chemistry is great. And a few of our guys, we knew each other before from high school basketball, or competing against them and everything. Me and Darion, we came from the same school, so our chemistry was already there. And then Biz, he came from the same school as us before us, and we knew of him a little bit. And Barron, we competed against him and everything. Our chemistry is amazing. Today, we went to Pop Stroke. It was a great experience, and it was just bonding. It was a bonding experience for sure.
Who won? Was it a guard or was it Grant Nelson?
It was so It was a team.
That's good.
Yeah, the team. Grant's team they won, and I was a part of the team. It was, I believe it was me, Grant, Clark James, and I believe, I'm missing someone, but yeah.
Okay. The main thing is your team won.
Yep.
That's what we want to know. I'm telling you, I hope your team wins every time out the rest of the way. I'm pulling for you. It's great to see you, Aiden. We appreciate the time, and great to get to let the crowd get to know you a little bit as well. Thanks so much. Aiden Sherrill, Detroit, Michigan native, but a big part of the Crimson Tide roster now, joining us here at Baumhower's Victory Grill. This segment's brought to you by Homewood Suites by Hilton in downtown Tuscaloosa. Make yourself at home, stay in comfort, and enjoy the great options of the on-site 205 restaurant and bar. Homewood Suites by Hilton, Tuscaloosa, proud preferred hotel partner of the Crimson Tide. The show's brought to you by Alfa Insurance. Auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. Coach Nate Oats joins us next on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm Coach Nate Oats, and this is the Ford F-150 Highlight Show. To stay on top, you got to keep raising your game, just like the 2024 Ford F-150, the smartest, most connected F-150 ever. Ford offers impressive technology to help you get the job done in the smartest way possible. For the latest offers on a Ford F-150, go to buyfordnow.com or visit your local Ford dealer. Proud sponsors of the Crimson Tide. Roll Tide.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Don't stop planning for your future. Don't stop investing in your kids' education. Don't stop dreaming of that new home. And don't stop growing your business. Whatever you're passionate or dreaming about, don't stop. Because when you have a bank you can trust, you have the confidence to take on tomorrow. Speak with a Trustmark associate today for advice on achieving your goals. Trustmark. People you trust, advice that works. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know that feeling when you're doing what you love? You're in the zone, truly and fully alive, lost in thought. You know what you're not thinking about? Insurance. That's where Alfa comes in. Alfa handles all things insurance, so you're free to do anything. So get out there and live your best life. Whatever your thing is, we've got you covered. That's life with Alfa Insurance. Visit alfainsurance.com to learn more.
Producing championship quality lumber is not an easy process, but at Everwood Preserving, it's our only process. Wood treated right. Everwood offers top-notch pressure-treated wood for decks, outdoor structures, commercial jobs, and more that you can build your reputation on. When it comes to quality, we're on the winning team. Visit your local Everwood dealer today and discover the difference for yourself. Everwood Preserving Incorporated, the official lumber of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
SEC showdown. Kugel in the lane. Deflected by Nelson and stolen by Holloway. Aiden running the other way. Doesn't have numbers. Stops on the wing. Goes to his right. Backs it out. Looking for Sears. He will keep the dribble going and then feeds Mark. Mark in the corner. Nelson for three. Bottom. Oh, mercy. Brad Nelson. A huge three on the assist from Mark Christopher Sears. Get game day ready by shopping at Alumni Hall, your ultimate Crimson Tide shopping experience. Shop Nike for all your officially licensed Bama gear. Head to Alumni Hall, Midtown Village, or shop alumnihall.com. Get $10 in rewards for every $150 you spend. Check them out at Alumni Hall. We are back. for Hey Coach, the Nate Oats Show, presented by Alfa Insurance. I'm Chris Stewart with the head coach of the third-ranked team in America, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Coach, great to see you. Thank you for the time. What a run and a semi-deep breath with no midweek game, but it's not as if your guys are resting completely right now. Still back at work trying to get better and get ready for what we hope is a championship run.
Yeah, we hope so, too. We had a light practice this morning trying to get their legs back under them, trying to get healthy. You know, we got a lot of guys banged up, so we went light, took them out, did a little mini golf after light practice this morning, so we'll get back in and go a lot harder tomorrow.
Well, what was the golf like from your perspective? Because we had Aiden Sherrill on just a minute ago. Not a surprise. I called it. Grant Nelson's team won.
Listen,
but
so
was it coaches? Did they have a team?
No, it was 6 teams of 6 people on each team, including like GAs.
Okay.
All the players, coaches. So we took each of the 6 teams and then split all the players up. So it's like team, Grant's team had 1 person. We had Grant, Sears' team, etc. So we had the six players draft them up. So there was some honesty. Couldn't put the whole team together.
Right.
So I didn't hold up my end of the deal. Grant beat me by 1 stroke.
Oh, no.
I hadn't been on top of my mini golf for a while, but it was Grant and me. Then I think Jaron in our group. Then Mo Diabate actually beat CY and Sears. So Mo D got it going there late once he figured it out.
I got you. So the team won collectively, but you're ticked because you didn't get the best individual score within your team. Is that fair?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Grant's team won. I was in Grant's group, but I was on it.
Oh, you're on another team.
I was on Cliff's team.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. We took 1 person from each team and put it in a different group.
I'm with you.
To hold everybody accountable so there's no cheating,
I understand. I don't know if his golf game's any good, but Clifford Amore's playing maybe some of his best basketball right now.
He is.
Squad.
Aiden Sherrill's playing his best basketball. He just had his best game by far. I think Cliff's playing his best basketball. If we can get everybody start peaking in February, going into March, that'd be great. But those 2 for sure are.
You got to be at your best as you go into the back half of the schedule. You never know when it's put together. You don't put it together. The league does. But as good as this league is top to bottom, there's no doubt that as we evaluate where everybody is today, the more challenging portion of the schedule is on the back half. And yet here you are just 1 game out of first place going into that. It's a good spot to be in, but you got a lot of tough ball games to come.
We had 5 of the first 9 at home. 5 of the back 9 on the road, starting with a 2-game road trip at Arkansas and Texas, who are both playing their best basketball. Arkansas just beat Kentucky at Kentucky. So starting out with that road trip, our home games, the 4 home games are not easy. You get Auburn at home. You get Missouri. No, Missouri's on the road. Auburn home.
Florida.
Mississippi State back at our place. Florida at home. And Kentucky at home. So those are 4 of the better teams in the league. Obviously Auburn's leading the league right now, and then we got to go to Auburn to close the year, but 2 Tennessee. So we've got some tough 2 Missouri. Missouri's only game behind us. So we got tough. I think our last 9 games are probably toughest in the league, in my opinion. And I think probably the metrics agree too.
The league brutal. We know that. It's part of it. But you got a roster you're not afraid to go to battle with night in and night out. One of those guys that makes you feel that way is got to be Aiden Holloway and what he's doing as of late, Coach. And you got a lot of guys that can shoot the basketball. I don't know how defensively you pick your poison on what you're going to defend and what you're going to certainly to double team when you got guys all over the floor. I mean, you got a big that made 3 threes the other night in Aiden Sherrill, but Aiden Holloway is becoming one of the more dangerous outside shooters in the country.
No, he is. I mean, I think he's second in SEC in field goal percentage, which he was leading it for a while, which is pretty impressive for a guard that shoots as many threes as he does. So he doesn't miss many open shots. We try to encourage him to never pass anything remotely close to open up because I think it's a great shot. So we got to keep getting them open, keep pumping them full of confidence. We a lot of our shooters have been hurt. Youngblood's coming into his own now, but Reitzel's out for the year. Looks like Houston will probably end up being out for the year. So, we need some of these other guys to step up. Holloway, Youngblood's coming around. Sears is Mark Sears, and he's been shooting it pretty well here lately. On LeBaron, we got to get him healthy. But Holloway's he's been really shooting. He's been consistent all year. So, we need to keep him coming along.
Day off's good for LeBaron, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was. LeBaron, Diabate, Darian Reed, all nurses, they weren't going to be able to practice anyway. So we those three were out. We basically practiced for an hour, a lot of skill stuff, not a lot of live stuff. No first team versus second team, or we kind of went against the walk-ons and some GAs and stuff is what we did today. So hopefully giving those three guys the day off, be able to get some of them back tomorrow and be able to have a little bit better, harder practice tomorrow.
All right, Coach, let's go to the phones. Our question brought to us by Alabama 811. Help prevent injuries, outages, loss of life. Call 811 or visit al811.com. Before you dig, it's free, it's simple, it's the law, it's Pee Wee down in Grand Bay. Go ahead, buddy.
Hey, Coach, how are you, sir?
Doing great. How you doing, Pee Wee?
I'm doing great. Coach, as y'all been talking about, we're fixing to enter the second half of our SEC regular schedule, and probably, as you mentioned, the toughest 9 games that we got to play. I'm just curious that how has the defense progressed from a couple of weeks ago, and what is besides that progressing, what is the one other biggest thing this week that you would like to see improvement of the team to go through the rest of the season with?
Yeah, I think the defense is getting better. Our transition defense gotten a little better. When we're not turning it over, that's an issue. I think Sears looked really good. I think that's the best Sears has looked last game on the defensive end, to be honest with you. I thought his effort was outstanding. I think if we can get healthy, it'll really help our defense. But Cliff's starting to understand exactly what we want out of him. I thought Aiden Sherrell's played as good as he's played, both sides of the ball. Getting a healthy Diabate certainly would help on defense too, play him a little bit more. But, I think when your best player is playing really hard on defense like we had Sears doing on Saturday, I think it makes your defense a lot better. And, we need him to keep doing that for us. He's going to play a good amount of minutes, so we need him to be, our leader on the defensive end. And when he's that way, our defense is a lot better. And I thought it was pretty good. We had held Georgia to a .88 on the game. I think that's the best we've had in conference. So, proud of the guys on the defensive end. And then the biggest thing we got to improve moving forward to be our turnovers on offense, which will help our defense too. Just the dumb turnovers we've had leading to layups on the other end. It's killing our offense and our defense both. So the fact we were still able to win by 20 plus with 20 turnovers speaks to how good we really were on the defensive end. It also speaks to how good of shots we were able to get when we're not turning it over. So if we get our turnovers back down around 10 to 12 instead of 20, that'd be a big jump for us on both sides of the ball.
Thank you for the call, Pee Wee. Coach, talk to me about Arkansas. Coach Cal's team goes to Rupp Arena and got a win that shocked a lot of people, nobody more so than Kentucky fans. It did me as well. I thought they may play them well, but I didn't think they'd have a chance to do what they did in that ball game. Obviously, they've got a lot of talent, Arkansas, but give us a little preview of the Hogs.
They're really talented. Calipari is one of the best recruiters in the history of the sport. So, he's going to have a talented roster. And then, for whatever reason, they just hadn't seemed to mesh as well as, what people had thought maybe coming into that. But, Cal's a master motivator. They went back into Rupp where he coached. I think those guys want to play for him. I think they showed that night. And Rupp, there's something to be said for kind of having your coach's back, walking into a place that kind of run him out, and they had us back. I mean, they played hard. They were the hardest playing team out there. That was the best they'd looked all year. So I hope they revert back to what they looked like before that when we play them at their place. But you know, they might have got woke up. They might have realized what their potential is, how good they can be, and we may end up seeing the best version of them. And if that's the case, you know, we're going to have to beat good teams no matter where they're at and whether they're playing their best, not their best. We got to beat good teams. So, you know, they certainly looked a lot better Saturday night than what they looked in some previous games, though.
Only got a couple of minutes left with you. This road trip coming up is somewhat uncommon. It's an old school road trip. You're going to go on a Friday. You're not coming back till after the game on Tuesday night. It's a true road swing as you'll go to Fayetteville on Saturday and then Austin, Texas to play on Tuesday night, Coach.
Yeah, you know what? Some of our NBA guys kind of wondered why we come back all the time between road games. You know, we'll have back-to-back road games. Why don't we just stay out? Well, so we got students. They got to go to class.
It is school.
You know, yeah, it's student athletes here, and pros. So we typically we don't stay out because they got to come back and go to class. We just didn't think it made much sense here. We're already out in Arkansas. The game's late Saturday. We'd get back, you know, super late, or Sunday morning actually. Be in town for one day and have to leave right away again Monday.
Right. Mid-afternoon on Monday.
Yeah, so like it's be back for just barely over 24 hours. So to reduce travel costs, or, you know, money's a factor, to reduce wear and tear on their bodies with the travel, let's just go get to Austin, settle in, watch the Super Bowl together as a team Sunday night. We'll have a, you know, decent practice after the game, depending on how it goes, at least a walkthrough and shooting in Austin. Practice Monday and be ready to go Tuesday, and then come back home after that.
And there's a pretty big one after that, but it will be bigger depending on how this road trip goes. Coach, we're looking forward to that. Look forward to seeing you. Sorry to say next week on the show, but we'll actually do our interview on the road and send it back as you and I will be on the road. But we do look forward to everything that's coming up with Bama basketball. Appreciate your time as always.
Show goes on without you?
It's much better without me.
They can actually function when you're not here?
Most do better without me. I've learned that. But we'll get that done from the road and look forward to it, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, Chris. Roll Tide.
Thank you. Coach Nate Oats with us here as we'll come back in a moment. Wrap things up. Our show brought to you by Alfa Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alfa Insurance covers it all. AlfaInsurance.com. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey Bama fans, this is Roger Hoover. Each Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. Each Monday night, join us for Hey Coach, presented by Alfa Insurance. Live at 6 p.m. Central from Baumhower's Victory Grille in Tuscaloosa. We'll talk Alabama athletics with Tide coaches and players, plus take your calls. Hey Coach is available to listen to across our radio network, the Varsity Network app, as well as a video stream on all CTSN social media platforms at UA_CTSN. Hey Coach, Mondays at 6 p.m. on the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Hey Alabama, celebrate with JMF Solutions. With nearly 2 decades of innovation, JMF proudly announces its $6.3 million award for Alabama's Middle Mile broadband projects. But wait, there's more. Introducing Prestige HealthNet, revolutionizing hospital IT services. Prestige brings professional solutions to rural hospitals, saving costs and elevating healthcare standards. Visit PrestigeHealthNet.com or call 251-517-4411 to learn more. JMF Solutions and Prestige HealthNet, building a brighter future for Alabama together.
Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers, an Alabama tailgate tradition. Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965, Guthrie's has been a Bama fan favorite for years. From your hometown to college towns all around, Guthrie's is still serving the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe just like always, fresh, hot, and fast. Make Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers the MVP of your next tailgate. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and now an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Today's highlight is brought to you by Toyota. At home or on the road, they're never the underdog. Toyota, let's go places. Get 2.99% APR for 36 months on a new 2024 Toyota Tacoma Hybrid. Offer valid through February 3rd, 2025. Zero down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.08 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Sports bring us together, but sickness can keep us apart. Don't miss out on what matters most.
Vaccines help keep you in the stands while we are on the court. Staying up to date on your vaccines, including for respiratory viruses, keeps you in the game, protecting yourself and those around you. Be here, be healthy.
Visit alabamapublichealth.gov/IMM for more information.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Founded in Haleyville, Alabama in 1965 by Hal and Melissa Guthrie, Guthrie's was America's first chicken finger restaurant. Guthrie still uses the family's original Southern fried chicken recipe in every chicken finger they serve. Fresh, hot, and fast. Guthrie's Golden Fried Chicken Fingers has been Alabama owned and operated since 1965, and Guthrie's is still growing strong. Come see us soon. Guthrie's, America's original chicken finger restaurant and an official partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. For franchise information, visit Guthrie'sChicken.com.
Chance for us real quick as we wrap up this edition of Hey Coach and the Nate Oats Show to tell you what's up next for Bama. The Tide taking on John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks Saturday night in Fayetteville. The game tips off at 7. Coverage starts at 6 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Lear Field. And by the way, if you missed any portion of tonight's show, you can always catch it on demand on our Alabama Insider podcast. Download and subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Big thank you to our guest on the show tonight, gymnastics coach Ashley Johnston and her student athlete Chloe LaCourcier, kind enough to join us. Bama Gymnastics Friday at home against LSU. 8 o'clock is the start time. Get your tickets at rolltide.com. Also for men's basketball, Aiden Sherrill joining head coach Nate Oats on the program tonight. Our show is presented by Alfa Insurance. That's going to do it for Tom Stipe, Jerry Kelly, and the rest of our crew. I'm Chris Stewart. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody, and good night from Baumhower's Victory Grill.